what Dr. Chowdhury said he witnessed as he examined the released detainees. The military said that any abuse of detainees violates the law and is strictly prohibited, that detainees get regular medical exams, appropriate care, 3 meals a day, and constant access to water, and, quote, detainees are not forced to remain in a crouching position. This is Morning Edition from NPR News. I'm Leila Fadil.
And May Martinez.
Good morning. This is meteorologist Russ Hurley with your WTJX local forecast for Thursday. This is the 30th day of October. Sunshine, partly sunny at times, isolated showers. Upper 80s this afternoon. Southeast winds as high as 10 to 20 miles per hour. Heat advisory remains in effect for elevated apparent temperatures. A few clouds tonight. Lows 79 to 83. Partly sunny, spotty showers tomorrow. Temperatures 85 to 89 degrees. Spotty showers continue Friday night, 79 to 83. Sunshine, partly sunny at times, upper 80s to near 90 on Saturday. Rip current risk will remain elevated, and Melissa continues to churn through the southern Bahamas and accelerate northward.
WTJX 93.1 Charlotte Amalia, your NPR station in the Virgin Islands.
The views and opinions expressed on Analyze This are entirely those of the on-air participants and do not reflect those of the station's board, management, staff, or underwriters.
And good morning, and welcome to Analyze This, weekdays from 8 to 10 a.m. here on WTJX FM 93.1, your NPR station in the Virgin Islands. It is Thursday, October 20th, and I am your guest host, Rafael Encarnacion, filling in for Neville James. Neville will be back next Wednesday, November 5th, when his guest host will be UVI Professor Olasi Davis. Our studio lines are 340-713-4555 and 340-718-0761. We are streaming live at WTJX.org and on social media. You can catch us on Facebook and YouTube at WTJX. So let's get right to it. Our first guest in the studio, we're joined by John Wilkins of SpotSports, UTR Sports Partner, along with the Department of Sports, Parks, and Recreations. And I guess you are here, sir, to reveal a plan to elevate tennis in the USVI. Is that correct?
Absolutely, yes.
Good morning to you. Thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me this morning, Rafael.
Yes, and our topic this morning is grassroots tennis for the Virgin Islands.
Correct.
Go right ahead.
So I'm a product of grassroots tennis. When I was a kid, I was a baseball player and got a scholarship. My mom said I couldn't go, so I quit. And I was actually looking for a job. And at 13, 14, I looked like I was 9, so nobody would hire me. So I went to the hotel, and the guys in the kitchen said, go to the tennis courts. So I went there, and my coach at the time, Cecil Phillips, had me wash his truck, clean the courts, take reservations, $2 a week. But he also said he'd give me 2 half-an-hour lessons. What got me was I had access to the hotel and the game room, so I didn't get kicked out. So that was a plus. And then as I started to work with him, he gave me incentives. The better you learn, I'll pay you $10 an hour if you work with the little kids. And I was like, wow, okay, that's bank in 1983, 84. So okay. And then I played for a few months, played my first tournament, got to the finals, and then lost to a 10-year-old when I was 14. That what lit me up. Yeah. I was a serious athlete. So after that, I got the bug and I started training really hard. By 17, I was number 1 in the Virgin Islands. 18 state champion, finished top 10 in the nation.
You are a former number one player from the Virgin Islands.
Correct.
And you are the captain of the USVI Davis Cup team.
Correct.
Well, let's talk a little bit about that. When when were you captain of the Davis Cup team for the VA?
So after I finished playing college, 2 years, I turned pro, played on the ATP Pro Tour for about 3 years. I came back home and I played for the Davis Cup team as a player first, and then I went back to coach college, where my first couple of years I worked with my college coach, Alan Chevelle, and we won nationals 1 year. After he retired, I took over, and I won nationals with 7 national champions and All-Americans. Came back home, and I worked with the Davis Cup team for a year to develop the players on that level.
And when you say home,
St. Thomas.
you're native of St. Thomas? What part of St. Thomas?
Cantant.
Oh, okay.
Cantant in the west.
From Canton, and you're currently living in Miami.
We're based in Miami. SpotSports is based in Miami, but we travel. This last few years, we partnered with Meta, and we were able to go to different parts of the world and bring SpotSports to underprivileged children, Cuba, Bali, different parts of the United States, and the Virgin Islands. My grant with Meta allowed me to bring equipment and sponsorship to the kids in the Virgin Islands.
And SpotSports,
Yes.
what is that?
SpotSports created is a signal detection training system. So if you're driving, you see a red light, stop, green light, go. So when I was playing professional, no matter how enthusiastic you were, after 2 hours of training, your concentration would lax. So I tried to come up with a way to keep the focus on the ball. So if there's three balls in a can, one has a red dot, one has a blue dot, one has a black dot, and each of those colors have a matching target. So I say, okay, Rafael, call the colors out. We'll start off. Call the colors: red, black, blue. All right, Rafael, let's hit the correct colors to the correct targets. Red go to red, black and blue go to black and blue. As soon as I get you to start looking at the ball again, to focus again, and I say, okay, let's start with pace control. Hit red hard, black and blue soft. Hit red flat, black and blue topspin. So in order to get the instructions to how to play, you had to keep your focus on the ball. So if I was training one of my players and they called the wrong color or hit the color to the wrong target, okay, let's take a break and come back. So that kept the level of training at a high level. When I trained my college players in 1997 with this, we were number one in the nation. And out of 9 events, we swept 7 out of 9. 1 finals, 1 semifinals. Never been done before. So I'm still the youngest coach to sweep a national championship.
And okay, so that's SpotSports, but what about UTR? You're a sports partner with UTR.
So UTR is
Yes.
is Universal Tennis Registry.
Okay.
And what that is, it's a global platform with global tournaments. So what I was able to do was get us a contract territory-wide. And what that does is, on that UTR list, people from all over the world will come here to play tournaments, starting with pickleball and tennis. And what that does for the kids in the territory, multiple things. 1, they get additional tournaments. 2, they get a global ranking. With that global ranking, it goes towards getting scholarships for college, clothing scholarships, racket scholarships, and so forth. Also, within the first year, we're going to increase tourism by 15% in the territory, just starting with the global UTR platform. So it's a win-win for everyone.
Okay. The host of this show, former Senator, Mr. President Neville James,
Yes.
He's out for the week, but one of his big pet peeves, and he has a segment on Mondays called The Table Talk, where he has contributors call in to the show. Armando Rocky Liebert, former senator, also former Senator Donald Dux Cole, and a counselor here from St. Croix, Dwayne Henry. And one of the big pet peeves that they have is that tennis used to be big back on the islands, in the territory, St. Croix, St. Thomas. For many years, we had tennis leagues, we had
Grand Prix tournaments.
Yes. And from my understanding, even in St. Thomas, there were grass courts.
We had grass courts, artificial turf at Frenchman's Reef.
Yeah.
They were a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I think you guys have 2 now over at the Buccaneer. But I
Really?
remember playing and it was a different surface, and gave us opportunity to play. We never had clay courts on island that I had a chance to play with, but we had the grass on the hard courts.
Okay, and their thing, right, is to find a way to revive tennis, and you touch, or I think you're going to touch on sports tourism. There's a
Correct.
There's a word that you told me when we were prepping about sports tourism, and their vision, in a nutshell, would be to attract maybe a Coco Gauff, a Billie Jean King. She's a big mentor still, and a big influence in the tennis world. A Carlos Alcaraz, or somebody to come here a weekend, and do clinics and do exhibition, a friendly game,
Absolutely
with
agreed.
personalities and their analysis is that if we could tap into that, right, that it would attract young people to the game.
I'll touch on that. For the last 4 years,
And I was trying, and I'm sorry to interrupt,
Not at
Mr.
all.
Wilkins, but that's one of their visions to do that. And I was trying to get you in, especially just for that, to talk with Neville.
Yes.
But I'm going to give Neville your information, because
Okay.
I think we're going to have to invite you back again.
I'll be back.
Whenever you're back on in the territory, even if it's just on the telephone, to join the
absolutely.
conversation with the guys, and because I think they would be very excited to hear that finally somebody, one person, is stepping up and trying to move the ball, so to speak.
Yeah. Well, I'd like to touch on that. The last 4 years, and my friends and players and colleagues in St. Croix told me, John, St. Croix is part of the Virgin Islands. The past 4 years, with the backing with Meta, with the programs, I did 4 events, one event each year for the last 4 years. My last year, I brought Billie Jean King and Rosie Casals down. And we were in St. Thomas, and they were there. I spent every dime I had from my project to bring them down and to get the kids in with free gear, $40,000 in rackets and balls and equipment, and Billie Jean and Rosie Casals coming down.
Wow.
So we did do that in St. Thomas already. And we did have the impact that you said. And why I'm so happy that you guys brought me on the show is because we need exposure with this, because not everybody knew about this. Because just looking at your face, you didn't know about it.
I didn't even know about it.
I spent
Sorry.
about $5,000 in marketing, and you guys still didn't know. So this is where I love to get across the boards with all the media, so everyone can be involved, because the vision is to empower everybody. Look at the impact that Usain Bolt has done for Jamaica. People from all over the world go to Jamaica to train, or they fly the coaches out to train.
Right.
We have some of the best athletes here in the Virgin Islands in the world.
That's correct.
Tim Duncan, baseball players, tennis
Boxers,
players,
yeah.
boxing, my boy Cruz with fencing. I mean, we have talent.
Yes.
But we need the exposure. We need to have attractions. So living in the States, I'm exposed to what's sports tourism, where we have soccer leagues, volleyball leagues, baseball leagues, football leagues, tens of thousands of kids.
Wow.
And just traveling within the state is a multi-billion-dollar industry. People come from outside the state to play the kids travel to go there. And like, say if you, like, I'm starting with
Family as well.
Family as well.
Go with the kids.
You got it. So I'm starting with tennis, pickleball, and boxing, working with Julian Jackson, because the numbers in those sports are not as big until we could develop infrastructure to start bringing on volleyball team, baseball, and football, basketball. So one volleyball team has about 25 girls on it, 25 guys. That doesn't include the coaches. That doesn't include the parents.
That's right.
We put 5 teams to come down. We fill in our plane.
That's right.
We get 15 teams. We fill in 3 planes. That's hotel, restaurants. Everyone's going to win.
Yeah.
So it's a industry where not just the athletes win, but the economy wins.
That's correct.
And we're creating an actual commerce, not waiting for the cruise ships, depending on them, not waiting for, oh, I want to go see the beach in the Virgin Islands. This is actual business where people actually pay to come down. Now think about this. If we could get the Tim Duncan's old team to come down and train here for 4 weeks or 12 weeks, the taxes that they would pay off of their salaries would stay here in the Virgin Islands.
Correct.
That's about $1 million a week,
Wow.
right? So say they stay here for 4 weeks. That's $4 million. Let's take that money, build a better stadium,
Correct.
invite more teams.
Invest. Yeah.
So with that, after about 1 or 2 years of just investing back in, that's $8 million into a stadium, we can invite tons of other basketball players,
Right.
teams to come down.
Correct.
And their taxes money will stay here in the territory.
That's correct, because they're investing here in the territory. They're eating here. They're sleeping here.
They're training here.
Yeah, correct.
So wherever you work, your taxes stay in that state or that territory.
Correct.
We could do the same thing for baseball, football, and it's a no-brainer to do this. We have the talent. So what we need to do here was to develop the sports in our own little teams, have our own little pickleball teams, our own little tennis
Grassroots.
teams.
That's where the grassroots comes in.
You got it. You know, our own baseball, our own basketball. So when these kids come down, the coaches here would be paid from these people coming down to train everybody. And then at the 2 days of that, or 1 day of that, and then they have a little tournament. And if they want to stay for tourist stuff, everything could be added into the package.
Right.
But when I did this as a professional player and as a representative of the Virgin Islands, I saw that in other countries. We would show up. One of the biggest ones was I showed up to Martinique.
Yeah.
I was 16, invited to a men's tournament. As I got there, Mercedes-Benz picked us up, envelope with 2 weeks package, 5-star hotel for the tournament, $500 cash. And I'm 16. I was like, what?
Well, yes. Good.
You know, this
Spending money.
is nice. Free food, a la carte. But the media, social media, I mean, not the social media back then, but the media was amazing. The people flew in to see the tournaments. Outside people came to see. Locals came to see. Businesses were thriving. Everything was going. And that's
Everything was clicking.
Everything was clicking. And as a kid here, we had what was called the Virgin Islands Grand Prix, where we played tournaments in St. Thomas, St. Croix, and St. John towards rankings. And this is how I got my ranking when I was a kid.
Okay.
All the kids played against each other, and the top 4 or 6 players made the travel team or Olympic team. And that gave kids a road to do something, not to be hanging out on the street, but I want to win. If I win, I might get free shoes, I might get free clothes, I might get free rackets, I get to, a scholarship to school.
Yeah, that's right.
Hope,
That's right.
direction, hope, something to do, focus, a future in the mind.
Yeah.
So
Something to strive for.
something to strive for. So coming from that, that's my drive, is to bring that back for the territory here. It's a little difficult sometimes because you got to show people what they're going to get, and they're afraid or nervous of any change, even if it's for the better.
Yeah. It's just human nature, though.
Human nature.
People, you're afraid of change.
They're afraid of change. So I've had that over the last few decades, but within the last 4 years, everything's really gotten a lot better. And St. Croix is a very great hub. A lot of great people over here. A lot of good backing. Warren Mosler is gonna help as well with backing.
Okay. Mr. Mosler, yeah.
Yes.
Good people.
St. Croix tennis club.
Yes.
They're also gonna have to put in. One of my former players, Kevin Mota, is going to be in there.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, Dina over at Buccaneer. So we have a lot of great pros on the island that's going to be heading up these tournaments. And also training our kids to get to that next level.
Right. Now, have you been in touch with the Department of Sports, Parks, and Recreation?
I've been working with them for over 2 years now.
Okay.
Actually, no, 4 years.
Okay.
I first started working with Mr. White, and then he passed me to Vince Roberts.
Okay.
And I've been working with Vince now for the past 2.5, 3 years. Okay. And he's amazing. He's 100% on board. He's a couple years older than me, and he played ball as well when I played. So I believe that that's fine. I believe that he remembers when I played. I played on I don't know if you remember Robbie Smalls.
Yeah.
Man, Robbie played together. We played in that era. It was a great time. You come out, and the stands are full of people, Johnny cake and chicken frying. The kids are up to bat, and people screaming. Your buddies against the fence saying, "Let me go."
Yeah, up on the fence, yeah.
And I don't see that anymore.
Yeah, we're...
So I want to bring that back. So what the plan for sports tourism is, empower the kids for scholarships and grants for school. to bring commerce and industry into the territory.
Okay, let's. We're gonna take a break right now.
Sounds good.
Because the music is already playing in the background.
Let's
And
do it.
then when we come back, we're going to talk a little more with John Wilkins, a former #1 player from the Virgin Islands and the captain for the U.S. Virgin Islands Davis Cup team, talking grassroots tennis for the Virgin Islands. And we're going to be right back.
Thank you, sir.
And welcome back to Analyze This, weekdays from 8 to 10 a.m. here on WTJX FM 93.1, your NPR station in the Virgin Islands. I'm Rafael Encarnacion, filling in for the vacationing Neville James. Neville is going to be back on Wednesday, November 5th. If you'd like to call in, 340-713-4555 or 718-0761 and join the conversation. We are streaming live at WTJX.org. And we're on social media on Facebook and YouTube at WTJX. And our guest in hour number one is John Wilkins, a former #1 player from the Virgin Islands and the captain for the U.S. Virgin Islands Davis Cup team.
Well, let me correct you.
Please do.
I'm the former Davis Cup captain. The current Davis.
You're the former Davis Cup
Yes.
captain. Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Correct. The current Davis Cup captain is Kevin Mota, one of my former students, and he's doing a boss.
Kevin.
Kevin is doing a boss job. He has developed and grown dozens of champions on St. Croix from beginning until college, and a few of his kids are out now doing really well. Ozzy, Yared, name some of the two players that he's worked with. But over the years, a lot of children he's brought out, and now he's finally the Davis Cup captain. I'm very proud of him.
Wow. And who trained Kevin Mota?
I did. I did. When I came over from St. Thomas for tournaments, Kevin was my biggest fan because I serve lefty and I play righty.
Really?
So
ambidextrous?
Ambidextrous.
Wow.
And I played ball. I pitched, or I played first base lefty. I switch hit, but I was stronger batting at right.
Wow.
So when I went to play tennis, my coach saw me throw a ball one day. He's like, "Whoa, do that again." And he switched me from serving right to left. And I learned how to switch hands during play. which is one of the big reasons I did so well in college and the pro tour when I played. Was because of that. By the time the players caught up to what was going on, the match was done. They would hit the ball right back to my strength, my forehand.
Wow. And John, you also played on the ATP Professional Tennis Tour for several years.
Yeah, about 2.5, 3 years. Back when I played, it was a real grind. We did what's called satellites, and how satellites work is 1 month of tournaments. You show up for the first tournament, you have to get to a certain round. Second tournament, enough. So you'd have to get enough points to qualify for the third tournament, enough points to qualify for the fourth tournament. So I did a few of these where I got to the fourth tournament, and you lose first round, 0 points. So you spent a month in the country, trained your tail, played super hard, had a bad day, and that whole month is gone.
Wow.
Or you play some satellite tournaments and you win it, and I get like $3,000. That's just enough to get me to the next tournament. So that was how it was back then. It was very difficult. Well, great experience, very difficult, but I'm happy that they changed it now. So it made it easier on the players to get points than it was before.
Yeah, because you want them to advance.
Absolutely.
And sometimes, like you say, you had a bad day.
Yeah.
And a month gone.
You played amazing. You won one of the weeks of the tournament. You did really good.
You gained traction.
And then that when it counts, that morning you wake up and something happened. That's normal in sports.
Part of life.
That's sports.
Yeah. You don't win all the time.
No. And in tennis, I could be playing really good, serving really well today, and tonight I go to play and I can't get a ball in. that goes up to the level of Federer, where one of my players, Blaise Bicknell, was warming Federer up for Wimbledon, and Federer was hitting balls into the fence like for the first 30 seconds. Even Federer was upset, but it happens. It could be fatigue of the muscle, it could, whatever the case is, and that's the beauty of tennis, is that you constantly have to focus. It's unforgiving, very unforgiving. I've been out for about 5 months now with a full knee replacement. And I just came back to hit with the guys, and the pace is so fast. Just 5 months, played my entire life. And
body breaks down too after.
Oh, tell me about it.
A while.
Well, I'm getting the next one done November 10th, and that is a direct impact from sliding on hard courts.
I can imagine.
For 4 decades.
Yeah, man. The way those guys slide from one side to the next, it's impressive.
They're gonna see. They're gonna join me with the knee replacement when they retire.
So how do you feel about bringing tennis back to the Virgin Islands? You feel positive?
Excited.
You happy?
Excited. So excited. I mean, as a child, doing your homework, but looking forward to that tournament this weekend, butterflies in your stomach, matches going to play. And if I make it to the semis, I'm going to make the travel team. So the goals to be set, the hard work, and also the failures. How you
learn from mistakes. Absolutely.
You learn more from failure.
That's correct.
Than you do from winning. And that was a big thing for me. That one match I played against a 10-year-old, I lost to him.
The one that marked your life, my son.
Let me tell you, I ain't forget that.
Yeah, that's the one that
one
set
hit me.
the bar.
That lit a fire. That lit a fire on my tail.
Yeah.
Because I played baseball. I was used to being really good. Made the All-Star team. You know what I mean? That year we beat Puerto Rico, which was a big deal.
Yeah. Beating Puerto Rico is a big deal.
That was a big deal. We were jamming. But Robbie was throwing a 97-mile-an-hour fastball.
Wow.
And Robbie was bad.
Wow.
Bad. Robbie was bad. Curve ball. Coming to your face and dipping. Wow. The guy was out of control. The man was bad.
He mastered it.
So we did really well. Got to the Dominican Republic, and the guys had beards like me. I could see the ball coming from over there, Rafael. I look back at my coach and says, I put my bat in front of that.
No way I'm going to hit this.
Yeah, I put my bat in front of that. So it was a great experience.
Yeah.
And I want to bring that back for the kids.
Yeah, I mean, and you see the investment paying off, because now that we're talking about baseball, right? And you see that the Dominican Republic invests in baseball, and look at Vladdy Guerrero Jr. last night. Now he's the star of the World Series. Yep. His father played baseball. there is an investment from the time they're this big
Young, correct.
to all the way up to the big leagues, and so Venezuela, to some extent does the same thing, and
Cuba as well.
That's correct. So, we used to have that.
So this is what
We
I
used
want
to have that, and that kind of, we right now we're trying, and I'm sorry to interrupt, but like with baseball, I mean, we always used to have baseball leagues playing baseball all the time. That for several years,
Yep.
decades went away.
I miss it.
And so now you have people like Dexter Skeppel, who's a big baseball enthusiast. He's over the Office of Gun Violence, and he's trying to revive leagues now, and and they're playing, they're starting them young, and he's investing in, like you said, these tournaments. He got St. Croix, St. Thomas, BVI. He's bringing in teams from Puerto Rico. And it's starting. You could see they're starting to gain traction because now they're playing almost every night, every weekend. They're having tournaments in Science Farm at the at the park, and it's gonna pay off.
I would love to be. I would love to collaborate with all the coaches in every sport, and have all the coaches collaborate together as one force to grow the Virgin Islands in this endeavor.
I even remember we used to have football teams,
Correct.
American football
Correct.
teams, Central High School,
Correct.
Charlotte Amalia, and now it's come back.
Yep. I played.
Finally came back like about a year or two now,
Yep.
and they're doing it inter-island things. They have a
I
little
love it.
mini season, and soccer is big.
Yep.
You know,
All those teams
Excuse me.
are amazing to bring in. But what we need to get is the infrastructure to be able to hold them.
right?
This is why I'm starting with the smaller amount of people sports, tennis, pickleball. You have a team of like 4 people or maybe 10 people.
right.
You
Boy, that pickleball thing big, eh?
It's
crazy.
Yes. I'm a tennis player, but pickleball, it is fun.
Yeah.
It is fun, but it's the fastest growing sport next to paddle in the world.
Paddle?
Yeah, paddle.
Paddle.
Paddle is what do you call it? Paddle.
Okay.
From España. It's similar to racquetball, but you could even the spaces open on the side where you're playing and the ball goes outside. You can run outside the court and still. No, it's super exciting. But
Really?
it's
I'm gonna check it out.
Yeah, it's expensive because the one court is so much. On the cost, and this is why pickleball is.
They have walls and things.
Yeah,
like that.
glass
Oh,
walls.
glass walls.
That the ball
Okay.
hits against it and so forth.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but it's a lot of fun. But the pickleball is really blowing up because you don't have to have much skill.
Yeah.
It's fun.
All you need is a net.
It's a net.
You divide up
but
a tennis court.
You have a wiffle ball. It's basically super easy to do.
Yeah.
But you do get some exercise.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you know, but if you play tennis at least 3 times a week, you add 10 healthy years to your life.
That is
This
correct.
has been scientifically proven.
That is correct.
That in pickleball. And I say, where else can I beat the crap out of something and not go to jail?
No, no, but you're right. I mean, I was piggybacking on that if you exercise or you walk 3-4 times a week, you get the heart of a 40-year-old man. If you're 60 years old, for example, and you're walking 3-4 times a week, you're burning calories and you're walking and you be aggressive. You end up having the heart of a 40-year-old person, and that was recent. I saw a study came out about that, and I was like, wow.
Yeah, well, I watched a study on this place called the blue zones on the planet. So the blue zones.
What's the blue zones?
So the blue zones on the planet are countries or villages, areas where everyone in the village lives over 100 years old.
Okay.
So they did studies on why these people living so long.
Okay.
Well, one of course was eating organic as well. Certain things like honey and cinnamon.
What you eat, what you put in your body.
For your body.
Yes.
But the number one thing was they all lived on inclines, so they walked.
Yes.
And the people, like say in Italy, the people who lived in the highest part of the village lived the longest.
Because they got to walk down the hill and walk back up the hill to get home.
So that walking up that incline strengthens the heart. And was a big part of the scientific study that showed why they live so long. Less stress and so forth, of course. Hence why hitting a tennis ball added with the movement adds 10 years because you're letting out stress. You're hitting something. You're moving.
Endorphins in the
Endorphins
mind
are
and
going,
body.
the mind's going.
Yeah.
If I have clients,
Sharper.
yes, I have business clients that come out to the courts with me, upset. I'm like, all right,
Stress.
okay, Rafael, let's come out of the net. Let's do some overheads. Blah, 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 blah. Let's do some big forehands.
Next thing you focus, you get that stress. Leave
Stress
it behind.
gone.
Yes, sir.
After about the hour of just bashing balls, thanks, John.
I go.
See you tomorrow.
Yeah, man.
You know, and they leave completely a different human being.
Absolutely.
So think about not having
Stress
that.
is a killer, you know.
Think about not having that, and the guy going home stress up
That's
and battle up
Yeah.
and angry.
You're gonna take it off on the first person you
First
see.
person you see, or
Yeah.
you're watching TV, you're angry, or even if you don't, all that's bottled up,
Yeah. Pent up. Yeah.
pent up. So
yeah.
you go out to play tennis, hit some balls, even batting cages. Let's start with some fun stuff for like baseball, home run derby,
Yes.
something simple. I mean,
That's that.
starting with serving contests, simple
Driving
little things.
range.
Driving range,
Golf course.
simple little things, just as a pick to get people involved. Like one of the biggest things I've done for tennis was when I had the meetings with USTA, was to use the low compression balls. So the low compression balls, you have the regular tennis ball, has the pressure.
Right.
There's a level below is a green dot ball that has 25% less air.
Okay.
There's an orange dot ball that has 50% less air. There's a red dot ball that has 75% less air. So we start with the red ball, and it has so much less air that it doesn't bounce as lively. Like say you never played tennis before, and you go to the tennis court, and you use a regular ball. That's the last day you're gonna play because it's so hard that you hit the ball, it fly everywhere.
Yeah.
You spend the whole time picking up balls.
Yeah.
But if you have the red ball, it doesn't bounce so lively.
Okay.
So you can keep the ball rallying
Less
back and forth.
resistance.
And this is what I did in St. Thomas
Okay.
in the last 4 years. And people were like, wow, I didn't think I could play. I tried before and I was so bad and so. And the retention rate after using the low compression balls are 80% compared to 20% using a regular tennis ball.
Okay.
So we use the low compression, meaning you keep the ball back in play,
Right,
back
yeah,
and forth.
yeah.
It also develops the technique and the stroke of the person.
Okay.
But the bigger picture is, in 20-something, 30-something years old, 40 years old, you're not trying to go to Wimbledon.
No.
You want to have fun, learn the game,
Stress reliever.
stress reliever,
Good for the heart.
go for
mind.
the heart, have some fun, camaraderie,
Yeah.
form community.
Get out.
That's what we did, and it's a great program in St. Thomas.
Okay.
Was going. Garvey Thomas has an academy there. Ballas has an academy over there that's doing really well. These guys are doing good stuff down in
Garvey Thomas.
Yeah, Garvey is one of the coaches that I'm working with in St. Thomas, and Ballas also. Ballas is doing good. He has the West Side Country Club, West Side Tennis Club. I think he's got about 160 people in his tennis academy.
Ballis West Side
Ballas.
Tennis Club in
Yes.
St. Thomas.
Yeah, it's got like 160 people playing in his academy that he plays with.
No, sir, I didn't know that.
Yes, this is the big thing why I'm so happy that we got to speak because
Thank you. Yeah.
there's so much
Thank you for
going on.
coming in. Yeah.
Yeah, because I didn't know anything about the baseball and what's happening there and so forth. So this is what we need to do, like a coaches network.
I think that's important.
Correct.
I think now we starting to realize that the communication between the different leagues
Correct.
needs to happen.
To get together.
You understand? Because it seems to me that, I mean, I didn't know these things that you're telling me now. I thought, from what I thought, tennis was dead.
Yeah,
But now
no.
but I'm seeing people are doing things like you said at the grassroots level, Ballis,
Yep.
Thomas,
Yep.
and them, and they have their little, little
Groups
groups
are
and
going.
yeah.
Even-
But I think it needs to get out more public, more to the public.
Absolutely. That's my goal. Even here in St. Croix, Mr. Powell, Coach Powell.
Yeah.
He's here at Canigata, and he's got a great program as well.
Coach Powell.
Yep. Kevin has an awesome program at Tamarind Reef. Dana has a great program.
Kevin, Mota, yeah.
Kevin's got the jamming, man.
At Tamarind Reef.
At Tamarind
That's
Reef.
his, okay.
That's his thing. That's
Yeah.
his thing. He's kicking.
He offers free lessons to kids.
Kevin's been given. Look, all of my players that I brought up are mirroring what I did with them.
Right.
They're giving back.
Yeah.
I'm so proud of them because they could easily be like, okay, I made it, and just whatever. You're on your own.
Yeah, let me
These guys-
make money.
Kevin go out of his way
Yes, sir.
to teach kids for free.
Yes, sir.
Jose Caballero went out of his way to teach kids
Jose Caballero.
from Puerto Rico.
Okay.
He played for me in college. I recruited him. He played for Miami-Dade. 2-time state champion, 2-time national champion, Rolex champion, and now the U.S. national coach in charge of the Caribbean.
All right, let's hold that thought right there. We're going to be back with John Wilkins, a former number 1 player from the Virgin Islands and a former captain for the USVI Davis Cup team. We're going to take a pause for the cause, and when we come back, we will talk a little more with John right after this message. And we are back here on Analyze This, weekdays from 8 to 10 a.m. on WTJX FM, 93.1, your NPR station in the Virgin Islands. I am your guest host, Rafael Encarnacion, filling in for former Senator Neville James. Neville will be back on Wednesday, November 5th. If you'd like to join the conversation, studio lines are 340-713-4555 or 718-0761. And we are streaming live at WTJX.org and also on social media on Facebook and YouTube at WTJX. So we're back here with John Wilkins, a former number 1 player from the Virgin Islands and a former captain for the U.S. Virgin Islands Davis Cup team. And I wanted to pick it up where we left off. You mentioned the name of a player that you coach out of Puerto Rico, Jose Caballero.
Claro. Jose Caballero, 17 years old, came into my team at Miami-Dade, young and inspired, wanted to do well, and himself and Ricky Augustus from St. Thomas, they both live with me. Because when you get to college, it's pretty tough.
Yeah, you're roomie.
Yeah, some of the colleges don't have dorms. You know, and these guys had no place to stay. You know,
that's the coach.
So I was like, you know, that's what coaches do.
That's right.
Coaches are like big brothers or second dads.
You make it happen.
We make it happen. Do what we have to do. And I just remember it was great having both of them in the house because the training was intense. So I have a collection of acronyms: OCD, ADHD, mess up D, So with that in mind, we trained really hard, getting up at 5 a.m, doing 3 miles, and then doing wind sprints and doing quick twitch drills before we get on the court.
Wow.
And then we went to the
Warming
court.
up the body.
Yeah. So my thing is, and this is being born in the Virgin Islands. You have to have tough skin.
Absolutely.
No matter how good you're doing, people on top of you. You're good enough. You're good enough. Now, you can take it and be negative, or take it and be positive.
That's correct.
I took it and as fuel.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, I'm going to be better.
Challenge me.
I'm going to be better than everybody.
That's right.
I don't care who you is. And that's the mentality I take for my coaching. So, look, you want to be a tournament player? This is what we're going to do.
This is what it takes, yeah.
So at the end of the day, Jose won states both years, won nationals both years, won the Rolex Cup both years, singles and doubles.
Wow, that's incredible.
And now he's the national coach for the United States, for the Caribbean section, for USDA.
All right. And we were talking also before the break about an idea that a lot of the coaches from the different leagues
Correct.
don't know who doing what, who
Correct.
doing when, and there seems
Correct.
to be there is a lack of communication between the baseball league, between the football league, between the soccer league,
But nothing together.
between the runners,
Correct.
and it's like I would think, and I think we touched on it. The little bulb went off in my head that communication is key.
We have to communicate.
Communication is key in everything that you do, work, home, whatever you do. Communication is key. And like a mentor of mine told me, communication ain't just one way,
In both ways.
It's both ways. And
Agreed.
you have to ask questions.
I'll give you a great example of that. Work in the sports program, and my little sister is a lieutenant in the fire department in St. Thomas.
Wow.
Right? Violet Wilkins. She's the first.
What's her name?
Violet Wilkins.
Violet.
She's the first RN, first nurse firefighter they had 15, 20 years ago. I remember when she first started, they made fun of her. And then she saved a little kid's life. It was on the front page of the newspaper that drowned in Regans Bay. And then she saved 2 of her colleagues after that.
Wow.
So why I brought that up was, she said, Johnny, come here. Check out this email. I was like, what's this? It says pickleball in St. Croix. I was like,
Yeah.
I didn't
I
hear.
saw that the other day.
I was like, I didn't hear about this. I was like, I didn't hear. So I went and I went into West Science Farm and I linked up with Masai. Super cool. And he's a producer as well.
Yeah.
Boss guy. And they have an amazing program going right now with little to nothing there.
Yeah.
They had like 30-something people, one tennis court that they
Yeah.
put nets on. But their program is amazing.
Yeah, I saw something on social media. I said, "But wait a minute, where is this?"
Man, those guys.
But it's not up in Christiansted. He's actually down like in Grove Place or somewhere, right?
Hamilton Park.
Yeah,
Let
he
me-
got a net set up, and he got it. The ladies playing. He got
Look,
the kids. He's
let me-
engaging everybody. I was like, "Wow,
I was
how
super,
cool is that?"
I was impressed.
Yes.
Super impressed. The organization, the coaching, the inspiration, and the hope that he's bringing to those
bringing the
programs.
community, yes.
Him and Mr. Harris down there. So I am very excited to have had it to look into my sister telling me about that.
Yes.
Oh, I would never have known about it.
Me neither.
So what I was thinking was, we do like a coaches conference thing.
Yes, please.
We create like a
a network.
a network,
Yes.
a coach's like social media page. So like what I would do is when I see VI outlets would post about other athletes, I would repost on my site. Cruise here.
Same thing.
I
yeah.
talked to some guys here. They didn't even know that we had a gold medal fencer here on island.
Yes, we do.
Cruz.
Yes, sir.
The kid is bad.
Yes, sir.
And nobody knew about it.
Same thing with the kid that's archer.
Archery.
He's something else.
these
He don't
kids-
got to he got
Olympics.
Olympic.
These guys.
Dude.
So we need to give these players exposure. Give the islands exposure. Support our athletes.
Absolutely.
Be behind them and push them. And the coaches.
Look at Michelle. She is a running phenom. My
okay,
goodness gracious. She could run like a gazelle.
We have so much talent in the Virgin Islands that's not being tapped into or not being exposed. So we need to get it out there. So my vision was to get the coaches together. We create like a
coaches
social media
conference,
page, or
yeah.
get a coaches conference.
And a social media connection.
That way we could have one location platform where people can go. I can't always be at the meeting. I can always talk to you. I can always see you. I know going on, but the page is going to show what direction we're in.
I think that there is a group, correct me if I'm wrong, Jamar, that Livewire Sports.
Okay.
That they also they trying to do that. It's all encompassing.
All sports.
Yeah, Livewire Sports. I recommend when you're checking your social media, and maybe that way you don't have to create something from scratch, but we could piggyback and then jump in.
That's a great idea.
Lorena Robinson from Livewire Sports.
I would love to connect with her.
You should.
I would like to get that contacts and stuff because
will.
we use that as a central hub, and all the coaches from all the sports jump on there. And I'm working right now with LATF. It's a Latin American Tennis Federation with Billie Jean King and Rosie Casals. And I'm helping them with their board with social media. And what I have started with them was we're reaching out to all federations from Latin countries. Spain, El Salvador.
Yeah, we got Mary Jo Fernandez
Fernandez
and Puerto Rican, right?
Yes. So what I'm doing with them is making LATF the umbrella of all Latin tennis.
Okay.
We want to have Virgin Islands sports coaches umbrella over all the sports. So people would go to that page to see baseball, tennis, sports, what's happening right now in the VI as an information page. And I would love to team up with anyone that's doing that right now because we don't need to reinvent the wheel.
Livewire would be the natural way to go.
Yeah.
But even they need to gain traction as well. Really get out there and let people know. That hey, we do have a conference, and that it's there, and give them more exposure. I think that's a great idea too. Maybe I could get her to come in one day, with Neville and let people know because you have to like I just said, you gotta beat your chest to let people know that you're making noise.
People's gotta know that what you're doing. I think what would be great for her is what I'm doing with the LATF is I call Peru, I talk to their federation, and they send me reels, and I do a collaboration with them. So on that country or that, mirror it for our sports, right? I'm doing it with the countries. I talk with Livewire, and tennis guy sends a Livewire the reel as a collaboration. They partner up, and then that way they get the content and information without overworking Livewire themselves because they're collaborating with baseball, football, tennis, pickleball, and all these directors from Masai, myself, Kevin Mota, whoever else. And we send these reels and we collaborate, and then we have that collaboration page for all the different sports for the VI. This is VI Sports.
Right.
These are our champions. These are our championship coaches. And then with the platform that I have with UTR, we're bringing in international players, and our highlighted coaches, not just the players, the coaches are also going to get exposure. And we do the same thing for baseball, football, track and field. Like people coming from the United States to go to Jamaica to the track coaches. We're going to get that here once we start to develop players and move forward.
Okay, John, interesting conversation this morning. The time flew. And we're going to wrap up in about 4 or 5 minutes. So I don't want to, ask you any more questions.
Got it.
I'm going to give you the last 5 minutes. The floor is yours to say your vision and your mission, and then we'll wrap up for the morning. But I think that I am going to extend to you another invitation.
Thank you.
I know you travel. I know you're going to come back to the States in a little while.
Yep.
And even if we could just get you on the phone for a couple of breaks with Senator Neville James, I think it would just be awesome, because he's like he does say in the air every day. He's a sports junkie.
Yeah. He will
loves
love
sports, man.
He will love my second son, Nicolas. My second son, Nicolas, is a sports fanatic. He was also a great tennis player. William and Nicolas, my first two sons, are both two-time state champions. Nicolas represented Florida at boys 18s nationals, got to the semifinals. So they're ballers. But Nicolas is the sportsman in the family.
Listen, you have 4 minutes
Yes.
to describe your vision and your mission. Please go ahead.
All right.
Sorry for interrupting.
Not at all. Thank you so much, Rafael. So the vision of SpotSports, John Wilkins, is building grassroots programs and growing programs for the kids to get to different each levels, and the support of the community, coaches, and so forth for a better future for the kids. We want to increase sports tourism here to create a commerce where we have business coming in and not depending on cruise ships or depending on tourists that comes in just to see the beach. We want to become more independent with our own business outside of the rum factory that we don't own anymore, and any other business that we can't get off the ground. But through sports, a multi-billion-dollar industry, we have the talent, we have the coaches, we have the weather. And
Yeah,
we just-
year round.
Year round, exactly.
You know, when it gets cold up in the northern states,
Yeah.
you know, we's paradise, as like
Correct.
Neville will say.
Correct. So the big thing I'm trying to do is to get the high-level pro athletes down to train. Now, if I could get them to stay here to train from baseball, basketball, football, tennis, whatever sport is, we get to keep their tax funds here in the territory. We then take those tax funds and reinvest it into the community. That needs to be separate from that thing I hear in the government that, oh, it's getting relocated. I don't want that, none of that.
No, what you spend here stays here.
Correct.
It stays in the
So-
community.
So the teams come in, we keep their tax funds, we use those tax funds to build facilities from tennis to basketball, football, whatever have you, and then we're really rolling.
Right.
Once we have the facilities, track and field. And I think that's going to be the shining light to the future to the people of the Virgin Islands to bring industry is to use our natural resources, which is the people, and to support our kids for the future and grow our commerce and economy through sports.
John Wilkins, a native of St. Thomas, interested in helping the growth of tennis in the Virgin Islands
And sports.
and sports, and willing to work closely with the community and the Department of Sports, Parks, and Recreation. You are Spot Sports in partnering with UTR Sports. How can they get in touch with you, Mr. Wilkins? Somebody want to
Sure.
call you off the air or
my
social
phone-
media or
yes.
Gmail, whatever.
My Instagram page is Spot Sports 1. My phone number is 305-773-7232.
That number again, please.
305-773-7232.
And you have an Instagram page, is it?
My Instagram page is Spot
Sports.
Sports 1.
SPOT Sports.
1, the number.
Number
And or Facebook is just Spot Sports. And Snapchat, Spot Sports. My son's hooked me up. They're my tech support. I don't even know half this stuff.
That's good.
But the social media is there. But please give me a call. My webpage is spotsports.net to connect me there as well. And please, I'm looking forward to teaming up with all the coaches and that are here in the territory to get a team coaches together, so we're all on the same page, or at least could see the vision in where we can be in a few years with the talent that we have now.
And Mr. Cecil Phillips and
Yes.
Mr. Alden Richards were your mentors, right?
Yes, Cecil is the one who started me off and poured a lot into me. Really was the base of my tennis, and Alden Richards took over, and
Used to make you walk.
yeah, Cecil made me walk a lot. Cecil, yeah, he got his truck washed every week. He got the courts.
You got to start
cleaned.
somewhere.
Let me tell you, when you talk about starting from the ground up, I start underneath the ground.
That's good, man.
But when I had my other players and stuff, nobody could pass anything over me because I did everything from the ground up. So
Work your way up.
I work your way up. So you're able to teach the next generation what to do to keep everything in line.
Keep them focused. You know,
Correct.
we need right now to, you know, we need to help our youth right now. You know, and bring back all these, you know, sports. I think sports is so important.
They're coming.
You know, and yeah, you're starting to see it coming back. Like I said, the football, you know, program for the high schools, finally American football,
correct.
soccer. I don't know, have you seen the Bethlehem Park?
I haven't seen it.
My God, that is a beautiful facility.
Yeah, we gotta.
You know, I mean, you're talking about, you know, a world-class
Class
soccer
center.
facility in Bethlehem, the Bethlehem soccer field.
Bring in teams for that right now. Bring in.
They
professional
are,
teams.
yes.
Well, not to cut you, but we have 21 tournaments scheduled for 2026 throughout the territory.
That's awesome.
Just to start.
So we're gonna have to cut you off there because we're gonna have to break. But I think that's topic for another conversation.
Yes, sir.
We want to thank once again Mr. John Wilkins, former number 1 player from the VI and former captain for the U.S. Virgin Islands Davis Cup team, for making time. It has been a pleasure to meet you, sir.
Pleasure's mine, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me on.
All right.
Have a good day.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye.
The views and opinions expressed on Analyze This are entirely those of the on-air participants and do not reflect those of the station's board, management, staff, or underwriters. The views and opinions expressed on Analyze This are entirely those of the on-air participants and do not reflect those of the station's board, management, staff, or underwriters.
And welcome back to Analyze This, weekdays from 8 to 10 a.m. here on WTJX FM 93.1, your NPR station in the Virgin Islands. I am your guest host, Rafael Encarnacion, filling in for former Senator Neville James. Neville will be back Wednesday, November 5th, when his guest will be UVI Professor Olasi Davis. Studio lines, if you do want to join the conversation, of course, 340-713-4555, and also 340-718-0761. We are streaming live at WTJX.org and also on social media, Facebook and YouTube at WTJX. So a couple of programming notes on WTJX Channel 12 on this Thursday, October 30th, beginning at 7 o'clock. Don't miss the PBS News Hour, followed at 8 p.m. by Taco Mafia. And then another installment of Taco Mafia at 8:30 p.m. And that is followed by Velvet at 9 o'clock. Alberto is tormented by the sight of Ana being happy with Carlos. And Velvet continues right up until 10:30 p.m. That's when great performances at the Met takes over on this Thursday, October 30th on WTJX Channel 12. All right, so let's get right to it. We want to thank our last guest, Mr. John Wilkins of SpotSports, UTR Sports Partner, along with the Department of Sports, Parks, and Recreation. He is revealing his plan to elevate tennis here in the U.S. Virgin Islands. And now we're going to speak to the man of this hour. We're going to discuss the film Over Gun Violence, The founder and filmmaker, George Cannon III, is here in the studio with us. Good morning, George.
Good morning. Good morning,
Man,
Rafi.
Jaji, good to see you, man.
Yeah, man, it's good to
So
be back.
proud of you, man. You don't know how proud we are. For those of you that may not know of George, George used to work here at Channel 12 with us a while back.
Yeah.
Right, George? What you used to do with us?
You know, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, you know.
You on the TV side, you did production, right?
Yeah, production side,
You're a producer and camera work and all that stuff.
Yeah, man, with the amazing staff here, man. You know.
Yeah, Jamar, of course,
Jamar,
Jamar Hewlett,
Glenn,
you know, Danny Challenger, the chief, Mr.
Yes.
Glenn Roy Roberts,
Yup.
Tanya Singh, everybody on the yeah, we miss you, man.
Hey, I miss you guys.
But
too.
you got to do what you got to do, and it seems to me that your vision is starting to really. How many films have you produced so far, Judge? And then we're gonna introduce the rest of the crowd. Sorry, guys. That's Judge. That's your boy.
You're fine.
I'm sorry. Let me not be rude. Stop, Judge. We also have my apologies. Sorry. Just we admire him so much. We love him dearly. We have also here with us in the studio. Let me introduce the gentleman around the table, Kevin Molinar.
That's me.
Mr. Kevin Molinar, how are you, sir?
I'm good. I'm glad to be here.
Good to see you. A pleasure to meet you, sir. You're in good company with Jaji. So,
Yes.
You know, whatever he says is what goes, And we have the actor of the film Fall,
Yes.
which is the film that we're going to talk about now in a minute. And
Yeah.
you are Dishan Bates, sir.
Yes, sir.
Good morning. Pleasure to meet you, man.
Good morning. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, all is well?
Everything good.
Good. So let me jump into this. You have a film that you released digitally, George.
Yes.
When was that released? Last week?
Yeah.
About
last week. Yeah.
Right? Last
Yeah.
week. I think I saw it on social media. And what's the name of this movie?
This film is called Fall.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's written by Angelina Lang, and it's about young people meeting each other. It's a romance or a romantic drama.
Yes.
He close to the mic, Jamar? You good? Okay. Yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's a romantic drama about young people meeting each other. A young man meets a young woman, and this young man is in a rough life, but the woman makes him reconsider a different pathway, and things progress from there. And
Okay, so I see here in my notes that the movie premiered digitally on Sunday, October 19th
Yep.
on Vimeo.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. And before that,
Excuse
we're still doing theatrical. Different film festivals. We did our first screening was last year, when we did our first
Excuse me.
at the theater film over gun violence situation. It was
And it was
beautiful-
packed.
It was packed.
It was sold out.
Sold
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
Actually.
Wow,
Yeah.
congratulations,
Yeah.
guys.
So
Well deserved.
yeah. And we did that with Fall. Yeah. And now we're streaming it, and we hope people go out and check it out.
Okay, so it's streaming. It's not in a theater. You can't go to Caribbean cinemas and see it. You got to stream the movie right now. Is that correct?
Right now, yes. But hey,
It's like okay. So you're going through a launch process. You're
Yes.
going on streaming first, and then you might go to the theater. Oh,
so check
Go
it
ahead.
out,
Yeah,
right?
please, go
Just to be very transparent, right? This is a new process for us. So we are looking at how we do theatrically, and then we're looking at how we do streaming.
theatrically meaning what? In the theater.
In the
In
theater.
the actual physical theater.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
So last year we did do a screening.
Yeah.
And it was excellent. Now the thing though with Fall is a short film. So
Okay.
yes, it's only about 25 minutes.
Really?
Yes, so we don't have the runtime to by itself.
I got you. To put it in a theater. It makes no sense to go to a theater, right?
Yeah.
And just to watch a short film. So the vehicle to use would be a streaming platform.
For now.
Okay.
So what we were able to do last year though is Fall was not the only film that we had. We also created a film with our students from the Film Over Gun Violence program
Right.
called Bulletproof Dreams.
Correct.
And then we also used some we were releasing some new stuff from Sand. So I don't think I've introduced this guy right here.
Go right ahead.
So this is Kevin Factor Moulinar. So he's the creator of a series called Sand. And a lot of people have heard of Sand, but it's a great series. And Kevin has collaborated with us throughout. Like each film that I made, Kevin's been a part of it.
Your partner?
Yeah. He's either acting, he's my director of photography, helping me with the editing process.
Yeah, you need a right-hand man.
Yeah. So this has been my guy, and he's also a filmmaker in his own right. So last year, we combined the content so that we could do a theatrical release, and it went really well. So we're in the works of, we have some new films that are coming out. We're doing the same thing again. So you see fall this year, next year there'll be another film, and we're gonna keep on producing. Yeah.
That's the name. So Kevin, you to piggyback on what George said.
Oh man.
Go right ahead. Tell us a little bit about yourself and your partnership with George Cannon.
So I really like to tell the story about how we met. We have been meeting. This was before me and George knew each other. We would meet each other every year at the same time at a New Year's party. I would be filming it. He would be filming it, and we would always say that we're gonna work together. But throughout the whole year, never see him again until one day we actually committed. I think it was 3 years before we said we were gonna work together, and then the partnership started to just materialize.
Developed.
I'm a filmmaker. I'm an award-winning filmmaker. I'm a director, actor, screenplay writer.
Award-winning filmmaker. Explain that to me.
I've created award-winning films.
Award-winning films. You care to name them?
So we've done Kiss, which is for the Paradise 48 Film Festival. We've also did A Hero's Moment, and now we did Fall, collaborative with Blue Top Production, and
that's your company, right, John?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So we've been out here. We're working.
Kevin is the DP on all the projects. So
what's that DP?
Oh, okay, the director of photography.
Okay.
So one thing that we learned, and me working on Sand with him, and then him working on the other projects, is that we create better projects when we work together.
Yes.
So we come from a background where we're videographers, and videographers have to do everything, have to work with the sound, have to direct the talent sometimes, and then operate the camera. When you concentrate on one thing, all the aspects get stronger.
Yes.
So
and just to piggyback of you, and that was a concept that was introduced when we started to film Fall, because I was used to working with myself and he was used to working with himself.
Independent.
Exactly, independent. So everybody came from a background where they had to do everything, and then Fall was like the catalyst of like working together and bringing everything together, and we created a award-winning film now.
Yeah, absolutely. And like with Fall, we've also done the film festival circuit. That's what's been really different. So we've done, Caribbean Film Festival in Trinidad. We were in that. We were in the Urban Film Festival in Miami, where we won Best International Film. Yeah, we were in the International Black Diversity Film Festival in Toronto, where we won again Best International Film. And right now, we were in a couple. We were in like 7 different film festivals, and it's been a learning experience for us, because again, like we're learning how to navigate this space of distribution, finding a space key for our content.
To get on these platforms. So let me excuse me, I'm sorry. So George, I want to go back for those of you who may not know of you, and maybe this is the first time. Because we're trying to get you exposed.
Thank you.
Explain to me what Blue Top Productions is.
All right, so Blue Tarp Productions is a film production company, and we focus on putting Virgin Islanders in front and behind the camera and telling Virgin Island stories.
That's awesome.
Yeah, we're focusing on doing narrative, but we are also open to doing a little documentary, but mostly narrative filmmaking. So that's like the stuff you see in the theater, right? For instance,
right?
Like, it's an actual story. do the storyboard, have the script. We have actors, like Mr. Dishan Bates right here.
Yeah, Dishan. Talk to me a little bit about yourself.
Well,
how you get into acting? Or what got you into acting?
I've been modeling from 8 years old with Jason Gardner. And while modeling, acting plays a part in that. So we've been doing a little acting exercises from time I was about 8.
Really?
Yeah. So when Angelina came to me with the idea that they're going to start this movie or this short film, it was like, I told her yes at the time, but I didn't think they were going to follow through. And then auditions came up. And
you had to audition for the part?
Yeah. Auditions came up and I wasn't gonna go.
Why?
You
doesn't feel it?
Yeah. It's a thing that'll happen. Like every time I have something coming up, I'll be excited about it. And then when the day or time approaching, it's like I'll get butterflies.
Okay.
Well, I'm so glad you showed up. We didn't have nobody.
Anyway,
we glad you show up, my son.
I end up
going. My feels how fun is life.
I end up going, and it's like that part was for me, and it went from there.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. And you're from here, you from St. Croix?
Yeah.
On what part? On the west?
Trailer Park, Castlebar. That's like Mid Island.
Yeah.
Middle
of the island.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And where you went to school?
So elementary, I went Charles H. They don't have no more Charles H right now. Middle school, I went John H. Woodson, and then high school, I went Complex.
Really?
Yeah.
And nothing. I mean, and nothing motivated you to leave the island. You want to stay home. I mean, we need as many of our people, our young people, to stay here and bring back people. That's been a topic of discussion, even with politicians, about young people come back. We need you.
I mean, I feel like people want to come back, but we just need a lot of better opportunities. A lot of the older generation and stuff like that to actually like help out and just open doors for the younger generation, and people actually want to stay and change the island, but everything starts from the government and then secondly your family. So I mean, I don't give nobody no wrong for leaving,
Everybody got to do what they got to do, my son.
Yeah.
If they ain't here, you got to go. You have to find your own way.
Yeah.
There's something I want to say. I always say this about Dishan when I get the opportunity to talk. When we did the casting is really hard because we don't have enough, especially young men like him, that show up. And so we're trying to do these roles and we're trying to do representation, but we need the actors to come out. So
so we have a limited pool, Judge.
Yes.
Of talent.
I don't think that it's a limited pool of talent. I think that it's the mindset got shift to his where he was open minded to trying something new.
Just try it, something new.
Yeah.
And I just want to say this, like you could be cool, you know what I'm saying? You could still be yourself. You could go and act. You don't make nobody opinion out. What do you think it is deter you from, actually
discourage you.
Yeah. Because down here that's what it is. Down here you're gonna see your partner the next day and be like, oh wow, me know you do this, and well, you ain't doing it. You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
Yeah, so if it's modeling, acting, whatever you feel you want to do, and everything is basketball and everything is baseball.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? Some
maybe fashion.
Yeah,
your own clothesline. You know.
But down here, like I said, people opinion on you or what they think of you, they kind of like deter people from. But that's why I don't care what people think, and that's why I think that's why I am right.
But some other people, will get discouraged by a negative word from another person, So ain't everybody, like you said, got a will, that say, well, something, thanks for your opinion.
Yeah.
But keep it to yourself because I know where I'm going.
Exactly.
And I'm going to take a chance.
Yeah.
But the funny thing about it is that if you do and if you don't, they're still going to talk.
Damn if you do, and damn if you
so
don't.
it's just like, do what make you happy. Take the chance, take the risk, because they're going to talk about you regardless.
It is irrelevant what anybody has to say about you, what you are doing. I don't study what nobody got to say. If you have something to tell me and I find that something constructive, Dishan, to take out of it,
True.
I will take it. But negative, you don't got the time for that. And I want to go back and judge what you said about casting. Dishan Bates is the lead actor. He's Ja.
Yes.
Correct?
Yes.
And then you have Nicole Golden.
Yes. So that's the co-lead. Yeah, both of them.
Isis.
Isis.
Isis. and then you have Shakima Bastian. She's Miss Richards in the film,
Yes,
right?
Yeah, did an excellent job. Yo.
She did.
Yeah.
And Jaquan Francis is
Yeah.
Moiki.
The Aquaman.
Eh?
Yeah. Yep.
He did a good job.
Yeah,
man.
He's
I want to see the film.
Yeah.
I haven't had a chance, but I want to stream it and see it. You have also we want to give everybody props. Tyresha Stapleton.
Yes.
Big up Tyresha. Yeah. Yep.
You have Leighton Jacobs, who was Jaden,
That's the young
Little
man.
bro.
Yep.
and you have Jasani Francis Saki,
Yeah. Oh, Trini.
and Uriah Chitoli as Luraya.
Yep.
Yeah,
You're
big
right.
up, you're
All right. Well, the music don't come on, so we're gonna have to take our first break. We are here talking with Mr. Kevin Molinar, Mr. Dishan Bates, lead actor of the film Fall, and of course the founder and filmmaker George Cannon III of Film Over Gun Violence, the movie Fall. We're gonna take a break, and we will be right back.
All right.
And we are back here on Analyze This, weekdays from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. on WTJX FM 93.1, your NPR station in the Virgin Islands. I am guest host Rafael Encarnacion, filling in for former Senator Neville James. Neville will be back on Wednesday, November 5th. Studio lines at 340-713-4555 and 340-718-0761 if you'd like to jump on the conversation, be a part of this interview. And we're streaming live at WTJX.org and on social media on our Facebook and YouTube pages at WTJX. We're talking this morning with Film Over Gun Violence founder and filmmaker, Mr. George Cannon III, also actor Dishan Bates of the powerful and deeply human Virgin Islands film Fall in studio. And we also have Mr. Kevin Molinar. Welcome, gentlemen. Good morning again to all you guys.
Morning.
Yeah, thanks for being here. We were talking about giving props to the cast.
Oh yeah.
Judge.
No, they all did an excellent job, and I want to call them more so pioneers, especially Dishan, because we're starting something here. I would say that Kevin really started something, and we're keeping it going. So Sand to me was, just people who you see your people on
Camera.
Yeah. Right? And seeing their stories and seeing representation and keeping it going and actually saying, like you said, being cool, like it's cool, like it's fine. Like you could be yourself on camera, you could act, you could do these things, and you could be dramatic, you could be funny, you could be whatever.
You could be somebody else.
You could be somebody else, and just to piggyback, so Sand is a web series that I created that highlights Virgin Island life.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
Kind of the same thing that George was saying, that is Blue Tarp's goal. I wanted to see representation, so I wanted to see my people in front of the camera. I wanted to tell our stories. I wanted to hear us talking. I wanted to see our background. I wanted to just make sure that we had something that we could have called us.
Our essence.
Because the thing about this, I would be watching some of these stories on Netflix and just feeling this disconnect.
That's correct.
You know what I mean? Like, I want to relate, but these aren't my stories. These ain't my people, So we created Sand, and, then Blue Tarp came around, and, I started to talk to George, and we embodied this idea that we wanted to make sure that our people are in front, and we wanted to control our narrative. Because I feel when you look around the world, a lot of people are taking others' people's narrative and changing it. So we want to make sure that we hold our power and we tell our stories.
That's interesting that you mentioned that, Kevin, because I also agree, like Judge, like the Hamilton play, right?
Yeah.
I mean, Lin-Manuel Miranda, nothing against him, great actor, right? And the play was internationally acclaimed. Hamilton, the musical, okay, but that was our story. You understand me? I don't know if you guys know the story of Alexander Hamilton. Come from Nevis. Come here as a little boy.
Yeah.
Christian Stead. He was one of the founding fathers of the United States of America, and he came through St. Croix.
Yes.
He's the father of modern banking in the United States. When you go to the bank or you do a transaction, he created that, and wrote and was part of the writing of the Constitution, and again, no problem with Lin-Manuel Miranda, but I would have liked to see a film, our representation, like you said, Kevin, our people in the front, the cameras, behind the scenes, and on the cameras. Yeah. That's what I would like to see. That we start telling our stories. We have great, people. Great people that have come through the territory, and we need to tell these stories. But like you said, our people.
Yeah.
And to do it just like anything else, right? This industry and any other industry, we have to build it from within.
That's correct.
And from that ground roots, start from
the seed,
and let it build. And that's what we're doing here.
Yeah. With
the film industry. And that's why I say we're learning all the aspects of it, because this industry, from what we learned going to these film festivals, it's a wild situation. So
ain't easy.
Yeah.
I mean, and you have a lot of bases to cover, because I think you're a great photographer, videographer. You have a vision, you have an eye, but ain't just that alone, Kevin. I mean, like you said, now starting to delve in distribution.
Yeah.
How do I get my film out to these platforms? You understand, Dishan? And man, I commend you. You got a lot on your plate, man.
I will say though that we have an opportunity. We have more of an opportunity. It's pros and cons. Yes, we're. We have to figure out. To figure out a whole new situation.
Strategy.
But also, when you look, like Kevin said, there's not even Caribbean film anywhere, you know,
For
like,
real.
Yeah.
so we actually have a lot of opportunity to create. Nobody has Miranda our stuff yet, you know, so we could still
I
grow
hear
it.
you.
Yeah. No shot to Lin-Manuel.
No. We ain't taking shots, but
Yeah.
it's a reality. You need somebody up there to say, oh, but wait a minute, there's something going on here, like you said, ground level.
Yeah.
How can we develop that and take it to the next level?
Make it our own, yeah.
Yeah. So we talked about the cast. We gave them
Props.
props. So we're gonna talk about the crew. George Cannon, film director and co-founder.
Yes. Yep, director.
And of course, wait, let me go down the list. Angelina Lang,
Oh, that is the writer. So yeah,
talk to me.
man, there's a lot of power in the writing, right?
I think that's the whole thing, the story, right?
There's a lot of people who's like, oh, I want to act, and they feel like because you want to act, I got something for you. If you could write, now I could give you something to act in, because you could put yourself in a situation where
You
that
could
role is
Tell
yours.
the story is the key thing, right?
Yeah. Angelina wrote the story based on experiences she had in the territory, which is what made it a powerful film. So we were like, oh, we definitely have to do this, right? Because we're trying to tell our stories. And she had come to like one of the first screenings that we did for some films a couple years ago, and everyone came to be actors. She's like, I want to write. And she actually
That's cool.
gave it to us, and then we went back and forth doing feedback on how we could actually turn it into a film and teach her how to develop the script.
Storyline, yeah.
And yeah, she's been a part of the team since then, man.
Yeah.
Strong part.
Congratulations, Ms. Lang. Also, then we could segue into Mr. Kevin Molinar. He is your director.
Director of
Photography.
Yes. So like I said, learning that there's two different aspects. I mean, a whole bunch of different aspects of the film. I love a good looking, I love it to look good. I'm a big composition, lighting, all of that stuff, because I do it. So I need somebody who I could trust to take the camera and make it look good.
So you could focus on the other things. Got you.
So much else to focus
and one of the
on.
things that he said is trust.
Yes.
And one of the biggest things Shooting Fall was really leaning into the idea of trust and having trust in my fellow cast, right? Having trust in my fellow crew to do what they needed to do so I could focus on what I needed to do. You know?
I think trust is key.
Yeah.
You know, and that your visions are aligning.
Yes.
Because, man, I keep telling you, Chad, you got a lot on your plate, and you need to have a team, that's supporting you so that you could, focus on your creative vision.
Yeah.
You know, so Mr. Kevin, Mr. Molinar, so you were the director of the film, or the photography.
Photography, yeah.
Yeah, and then Malik Gomez was your grip and gopher, right?
Right. So Malik Gomes so he's working with the light. So he's under Kevin. So Kevin is looking at the frame and he's talking to Malik to see, all right,
lighting is key, correct?
Yeah. This is what my frame is doing. I need light here. Can we put a light here?
Can we take away light?
Can we take away light? Right. George wants the scene to be dark, so we gotta make it moody and dark. So boom, boom, boom. So he's keyed in, focused on that. So now I'm focused in on the performances, and then working with Diana Diaz, who is my production manager.
She's next on the list.
Oh yeah. So
your production manager and co-founder Diana Diaz. Go ahead.
Yeah. So I mean, originally I was like, oh, it would just be working on the performances, but there's so many moving parts. Is someone here on time? Are they in costume? All this thing happening? Do they know their lines? Like, we're working with people who are just starting, so we are setting the bar as far as how prepared you need to come, and you need to come on time because we have everybody here. All of these things we need to drill into them.
You're not crucial on time, brother.
No.
Not at all.
Yeah, but Diana is my support on that side, so I don't have to worry as much about that stuff.
Yeah. Get that off your plate.
Set design, all these other things. We work with yet.
How's she doing? I haven't seen her in a while.
Diana's doing good. I tried to get her to come, but she had
She came the last time when Neville was here with you and one of the actors as well.
Yeah. She's out here. She's still running with us.
That's
sure.
good. And then you have your sound engineer, Mr. Justin Hodge.
Yes.
Talk to me.
Yeah. So sound is key. Like as you guys know, if you could look at something and it could be beautiful, but if the sound is going crazy, like what is this?
Yes.
Turn it off.
A buzz.
Yeah.
Yeah, hearing some background noise. Yeah.
So Justin just leans into that and makes sure that our sound is good. Yeah, it's crisp. He's holding the boom. He's listening to the labs on all of the actors and stuff, and just making sure everything is clean. So Kevin doesn't have to worry about that. I don't have to worry about that. We don't miss anything.
Yeah.
Correct. So that's all on the song, Justin. And then you have Sansara Cannon, executive producer and co-founder.
Everybody needs a lawyer, so that's my little sister right there. Man.
Really, she's a lawyer?
Yeah.
That's good, man.
Yes,
Congratulations.
Yeah,
so she's helping you on the legal side.
Yeah, she's the little pit bull. That's why we're working on finding finding how to get distribution and stuff, and she's been key with navigating what is the right move for us.
An entertainment lawyer, somebody that can know how to move the features in.
Yeah.
Oh, good man. Yeah. Sansara, and then you have Saida Carter.
Oh yes, Saida.
Boop boop.
Yeah.
She's an acting coach.
Yeah.
Ensemble act. Go ahead, talk about that.
So Saida Carter has been helping us and supporting us from the inception, and really comes in heavy too when we do the Film Over Gun Violence program, which is the summer program where we teach the high schoolers and we make a film with them. So
okay, Gun Over Violence is a summer program.
Film over gun violence.
Film Over Gun Violence. Yeah. Sorry about that. That's a summer program, and you to bring in kids and stuff like that and introduce them.
So I like to say Film Over Gun Violence is a movement, but we do have a summer program.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, so it is. We basically do the whole experience with the high schoolers, and they make their own film. They write it, they act in it, and Saida comes and teaches them like how to act and how to be ready in front of camera and stuff like that. She teaches in complex. That's what she does, theater. So I mean, she brings a whole element to our crew that we don't have, especially even with the older people who've never had this experience of like just loosening up, being silly, doing these funny exercises that we think is silly, but it helps you to just relax when the camera's in front of you and everybody's looking at you and it's like go. So Saida, big up to Saida.
Yeah, she I know that she recently did something. Complex did something with Good Hope Country Day School.
The
Enough, yeah.
Yep.
Right, and they collab both acting, the acting,
the theater
departments for Complex, correct, and the theater department for Good Hope Country. They got together and they did some stories.
So and the Enough plays, those stories where there's this company called Enough.
Correct.
And they got the stories from them to them perform in front of the audience. They have all the schools involved.
Yeah,
they're gonna do it again. Saida is working on now. She's having those kids create their own stories.
Excellent.
Yes. Yeah. So next year is gonna be even
their own stories.
Yep.
Wow. And I heard the complex the gym was packed.
Yeah.
They had great turnout. A lot. Because it's not just the actors, the family members want to come and support. It's a community.
For sure. When you support these young people, like you show them like support, they're gonna take it. Oh, I get people. People are behind this. This could actually be something. A lot of them young people, like when you go and they do the theater and the seats is empty, like that make them not take it as serious.
It's discouraging.
Yeah. So we gotta support them.
Come out and support our young people, and again, like Dishan said, we circle back again to Mr. Bates. It's about supporting. And you feel you have a good little group of people backing you up. I mean, I know this is the first time you're acting, right? And you come from a modeling background. So how did you feel, in doing this project? How do you feel? You feel good? I mean, you feel good about the final product, what
Oh
you
yeah,
see?
definitely.
You think
That's my number one. That's like the best thing that happened to me so far. In
really?
life, you know? Yeah.
Congratulations.
Wow. I take that. Appreciate that.
Yeah, man. that really like put a lot of exposure on me, and it kick off like a lot of my content I started to shoot, and you know, like just a lot of different aspects in my life. So, it's like.
So you're starting to create your own content now? You're doing that? You got your own little social media and thing going on?
Gym content, modeling content, just different content about the island and stuff like that.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Okay, and so where I could find that on your
Facebook, Instagram, TikTok.
And under what, Dishan Bates? What's the name you use?
So my Facebook name is Shwaldan.
Spell that.
Yeah, spell that for me.
SHWAL.
L Schwal.
Dan. DON.
Dan. Okay, yeah. Shwaldan.
Shwaldan.
And that's your social media handle.
Yeah.
Name. So we could find you.
TikTok. Is Dishan A Bates.
Dishan A. Bates.
We like that one.
Yeah. You guys stay true to your name too, you know. But you seem to have you seem to have a little personality in Shwaldan.
That's my nickname. That's the you know that's home right there.
Really? That's what you call you?
Yeah.
Shwaldan. Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. I gonna friend you on social media, you know, and support your content.
A lot of positive content, man. A lot of good content.
That's you want to keep it positive, you know. So you like you said, you felt good about seeing yourself on the screen.
And my mother is my number one supporter, you know what I'm saying?
Number one fan.
Yeah, once I tell mom about that, she pushed me all the way, and that's where it comes back to support. Like you have to, as parents, show up for your children them.
For real.
And instill in their head that they could be great, you know what I'm saying? They could do the impossible.
Okay, we're gonna come back with that thought and dovetail a little more on Dishan Bates, what he's talking about support, community support, Mr. Kevin Molinar and Mr. George Cannon III. We are going to take a quick break here and analyze this, and we're going to be right back. And we are back here on Analyze This, weekdays from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. here on WTJX FM 93.1, your NPR station in the Virgin Islands. I am your guest host, Rafael Encarnacion, filling in for former Senator Neville James. Neville will be back next Wednesday, November 5th. Studio lines again, 340-713-4555 and 340-718-9493. 0761 if you'd like to take part in the conversation. And we are streaming live at WTJX.org and our social media on Facebook and YouTube at WTJX. And in the studio with me this morning, the Film Over Gun Violence founder and filmmaker George Cannon III, also the actor of the movie Dishan Bates of the powerful and deeply human Virgin Islands film Fall in studio. And of course, we also have Mr. Kevin Molinar, and Mr. Molinar is the director of photography.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good morning, gentlemen, and welcome back here to analyze this. We were talking before the break with actor Dishan Bates and Shwaldan, and he was telling us about his experience as being the lead actor in this movie, short film called Fall that premiered digitally last week, and it's empowering youth through the Film Over Gun Violence Initiative. And you were telling me, Dishan, that support is important.
Yeah.
For young people right now, and I have to agree with you on that. Parents need to start to take a little bit more. Ain't just about having children, and then just you can't do that. You have to be a part of their life. If you want to have a child, I think you need to say, look, what this person. This person choose to come to the world. Me and mommy created him, and sometimes I understand. Not to get too much drama, but sometimes people fall in and out of love. Things don't happen, right?
They sound like the next film.
Hey, you could steal a one, John. But it's true. You have children, or we have children. And we just think it's just making them, and then forget about them. Things ain't work out with mommy and me. I choose, well, my son, I moving on to greener pastures. Yeah. And I forget Dishan. Like I have moved on with a new chapter in my life, maybe another woman, more children, and Shwaldan fall through the cracks.
Sometimes it's
it's all part of life. Everything that I'm saying here is all part of life. Because people who fall in and out of love every day. I mean, that's just part of it, But you touched on something before we went to the break. Your mom's influence on you.
Yeah.
Talk about that. Give her hot props, man.
Yeah, mommy. Me know if you're listening, but you've been there for me.
How old are you right now, Dishan?
24.
Okay.
So my pops filed jail when my mother was pregnant with me, and she raised me from time I born till about 5-6 years old, and then pops come out of jail and did his part, you know what I'm saying?
Good.
But as a single father, you know what I'm saying, my mother had it was me and my older brother she was raising up, and as a single mom, that ain't easy, you know what I'm saying?
Telling me?
I know.
What?
As a single father, I could see. I only have one child, you know what I mean? But she do it with 2 boys.
Yes. My goodness.
It's like,
yes, sir.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And she still,
boys ain't easy sometimes,
at all. I've been in baseball, basketball, football, soccer, modeling, like everything. And she was there, you know what I'm saying? If she got called out to work, if she have to, whatever she have to do, she gonna do it, and she gonna be there, you know what I'm saying? So that kind of show me the type of parent to be, you know what I mean? And then Pops came out of jail and follow up, and then he come out and he passed a lot of people that never went jail, you know what I'm saying? He buy a house, start his own business, get a couple big trucks, and it's like, if he could do it, why I can't do it, you know what I'm saying? And then with this type of support my mother still giving me as a 24-year-old man, is like, anything is impossible. Like it start with your parents.
And when did you start with fashion? When did you start modeling?
From 8.
Really? That's right. You tell me that you started at 8. And you were doing what, like fashion show and things? What you were doing?
So Jason Gardner have this kids rock show he do every year, and it started from there. Like it was just like I thought at the time to go and give it a try. And you know, I was just curious as a child, and I said, why not? You know what I mean? You put on clothes and you just go and walk on stage. And eventually I grew this love for it that I didn't even like, you know, you're doing something, you don't even like process that you love this. You're just doing it because
Passion.
you know, as a child you don't understand, you thinking you like it, but I actually grew to love it. And I never stopped. Like, anybody asked me to model growing up, I would always be down, you know what I'm saying? But I never kind of like pursue or see that this could actually like be my career, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Until the movie. And that's when I said I'm gonna just go full blown into it. Like, I love this. They say when you love doing something for free, you know. Yeah, when you love doing something, you don't mind doing it for free.
Yeah.
And I don't.
The same my job, you know. I love this.
Yeah.
I love this thing. I don't do this. I've been doing this now, radio, for decades, and I pardon the interruption, Dishan. I have been doing radio now for several decades, and I don't do it for the money. I love communications. I love broadcasting. I love radio. That's always what I have done, and I guess I will do it until I can, you know, till the wheels them fall off. You know what I mean? I'm a little older now. I'm older now. Generation done, as we part of generation done, you know. But it's important. I think people in leadership roles need to understand that you ain't gonna be a leader forever, the man. You're not gonna always be the president. You're not always gonna be the manager. You, Judge, need to know that you got to, at some point, right, as you evolve, as you evolve in life and you get to certain positions, you have to remember that he coming next, you know. He's next. And that you have to make sure that you are putting people, young people, in a position for them to be where George Cannon used to be.
To win, yeah, for sure.
Passing a torch.
Yeah, Dishan said something.
Yeah, go ahead.
So basically, he said, like, when he saw the movie and the film,
I clicked.
Yes.
Oh, he.
So, like, honestly, theatrically, like, that's how I know that our content is, like,
making a difference.
It's impactful and
Yes.
it could work. There's an audience for it. It's the theatrical releases. Every time we film our stuff on the theaters, it's like anything else.
Like another any other movie.
Any other movie. Yeah. But the reaction is so different because that's us. Yeah. And we last year we saw, and we're gonna do it again this year. We see people reacting to seeing themselves on the film, and it is amazing. Yeah. And that's how I know if we find our footing. This is when we find our footing.
Yes.
Love
not
that.
if, it's when.
Yeah. This is a real thing.
Yes.
So we just moving forward and progressing.
So you're saying there is a film industry.
There is, absolutely,
in the territory and the Caribbean, the diaspora.
I believe so. Yes.
I understand. You know, Dishan, and I want to go back again and just key into what George and you were saying, that this role, for some reason, somehow in the universe, connected all the dots for you. Is that it?
Yeah.
You know, because then you were just, you were doing the modeling thing and the fashion thing, and anybody call you and say, yo, you want some clothes and walk up and down the runway. But something with this project clicked for you. See if you could, delve into that. What do you think?
I think is
you're going to continue with the fashion, right? You're going to continue.
Yeah.
And what about the acting? How you feel about that?
Acting, I feel like I need to grow a lot more when it comes to acting. But I all down for it. Like, you throw anything my way, or there's a next role I need to play, I gonna work my hardest. You know what I'm saying? To
so you all in now?
Yeah, man.
He's in our next.
Ain't no turning back. I see this my lifestyle. Like, ain't no other lifestyle I see for myself. The interviews, the podcasts, the everything. Everything.
You like it, the environment. You like it, and you want to continue to be a part of it. Mr. Molina, you'd like to add to that?
Well, I think I saw him at audition, and honestly, I wouldn't have cast it.
Yes.
No, that's a joke. That's a joke.
How come?
No, that's a joke. That's a joke. That's a joke. But
funny,
from day one to the end of filming, I saw him grow tremendously. I saw him try new things. I saw him take feedback, and there was no ego. There was just this want to be better and do his best. And I think that's something that I feel like everybody on set had, and I feel like that's something that everybody in the world should have. This idea where it's just like, I am here to help you, and you are here to help me, and we are here to get this done. There's no ego. There's no, you know what I mean? Like everything coming from a place of love, and again, trust. He trusted us with feedback. He trusted us to guide him in a way where he was able to perform his best. You know, so I think that I'm really happy because when he did say click for him, like I had to clap. You know,
Yes, sir.
because that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to uplift our people. We're trying to inspire our people. We're trying to motivate because we belong in theaters. We belong in film. We belong doing great things. I don't believe in waiting for people to do things for me. You know what I mean? We decided that we wanted to do this. We ain't waiting for people to tell our stories. We're telling our stories. You know what I'm saying? And the fact that people around us in our community are getting inspired, is getting motivated. Like he's doing his own content now.
That's awesome.
That's a beautiful thing.
Man. Yeah, man.
I feel like, you know, some things in life is bigger than us.
Correct.
And what it is that we doing is bigger than us.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? And when you talk about George understanding that he has to put you know, young people in place because there is a time when he might age out. Like, that's what we want to do. We want to make sure that we are not, how would you say, repeating mistakes from old systems. You know what I mean? We're creating this new system, we're investing in this new system, and we want to try to do it different. I don't like to use the word right or wrong, right? But just do it different in a way that it'll just push us to or push the bigger picture further than something that we could have ever aspire it to be.
And pass it
You know
on.
what I'm saying? And pass it on, you know?
And listen, we're running out of time. The conversation, good, sweet.
Yeah.
But Judge, I want people to, you know, for you to put out your information, your website, your contact information, phone number, sponsorship. Go ahead, because we only got a couple more minutes. I want to, you know.
Like Kevin said, teamwork, right? And part of the teamwork is, you know, we need some more people who are able to help us grow, like support as far as financially and just that business mindset. Like we need those type of people to come on and see this and invest.
Sponsorship.
Like, yes, we need that, and we're looking for that. You could reach out. I'm gonna give my number.
Please do.
My number is
phone number.
305-810-9088. Again, that's 305-810-9088. I was living in Miami, so I got the Anyway.
And your email is
my email. You could reach out
George
W. Cannon at gmail.com. GeorgeWCannon at gmail.com. Reach out to me. All of that information is on our website.
Yes.
So it's btpusvi.com. So that's, remember, it's Blue Tarp Productions. So btpusvi.com. On the website too, you can find a link to the release of Fall. You can watch the other films too on the streaming profile. So btpusvi.com.
Okay, so now they go see the film on your website. Go to the website, and the website will take them to Vimeo.
Yep, they'll take it. There's a button to go to the Vimeo.
Okay, a link, and there is a rental price and
yes,
the movie,
yes.
right? Because that's how you're going to raise the money.
All of the funds go towards us making new films and doing the film of a gun violence to teach the young people. The money is going right back in. We gotta support ourselves. Help us. You know, we're looking for support as well. We want to make everything free, but we got to figure out how we could keep on making this stuff. So, streaming, theatrical, we're looking at how to generate revenue so that, I mean, we're going to keep going because that's what we do.
Yes.
But we want to just keep on expanding and growing what we're doing.
Well, gentlemen, I mean, Judge, we love you like peas, the man. And I really, I always, whenever I get to see you or talk to you, I get excited, for him, because this my boy.
Yeah.
You understand? And you count on our support here unconditionally from the from Madam CEO all the way down to your crew team, and whatever we could do. Whatever we could do to help, just ask the man.
Man, it's always been love. You guys have always showed. This is like the fourth time we've been on here since so like, man, I love it, man. I appreciate it so much.
And I'm glad you made time, because I know you were traveling, you were between places, and you were going to do it telephonically, but you said, no, I gonna make the time. You made the time, so thank you for doing that.
Guys.
And again, thank you, Kevin Molinar. Thank you, actor Dishan Bates. Well done. And don't forget, the critically acclaimed Virgin Islands Film Fall premieres. It's already premiering, empowering you through Film Over Gun Violence Initiative. The short film is called Fall. Yep. Thank you, gentlemen. Have a great day. Everybody be good and be safe. We talk tomorrow.
The views and opinions expressed on Analyze This are entirely those of the on-air participants and do not reflect those of the station's board, management, staff, or underwriters.